Shop Wayfair's Black Friday in July. From July 26th through 29th, save up to 80% off everything home. Plus, flash deals you don't want to miss. Head to wayfair.com to start shopping our lowest prices of the summer.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
On today's Smart 7, Joe Biden addresses the nation, protests as Netanyahu speaks to Congress and much more. It's Thursday, 25th of July, it's Red Shoe Day and happy birthday, Matt LeBlanc.
The Smart 7. It's news, but not the news.
Wednesday saw new PM Keir Starmer's first official Prime Minister's question time, but it proved to be a somewhat tame and polite affair, quite different from the battles we've seen between Starmer and Rishi Sunak when the roles were reversed. At least today, Starmer managed to avoid calling Rishi the PM, but the leader of the opposition wasn't looking to start an argument with some straightforward questions about the plans to support Ukraine.
Can I ask that he continues to be responsive to Ukraine's new requests so that they don't just stand still, but can decisively win out against Russian aggression?
Yeah. Starmer was happy to confirm that the UK does continue to support Ukraine and communicate with them, and he promised that he would do his best to ensure it remained a cross-party effort. It wasn't all seriousness, however, with the PM taking the opportunity to gently tease Lib Dem leader Sir Ed Davey, who was asking a question about the provisions for carers.
Can I thank the honourable member for raising this? And he, of course, has been a tireless advocate for carers. He talks about Team GB. I'm glad he's in a suit today because we're more used to seeing him in a wetsuit.
While Prime Minister's question time may have been gentle in tone, there was no room for doubt about how seriously the new Labour government is taking discipline within the ranks of its MPs. 7 Labour MPs voted against the government in support of an SNP motion to abolish the 2-child benefit cap on Tuesday, and they were swiftly and unilaterally suspended for 6 months. Zara Sultana, one of those MPs who is now suspended, says that it wasn't made clear beforehand what the consequences of her vote might be.
I'm disappointed that the party has taken this decision. The party should be able to tolerate difference in opinion. And actually, there isn't much difference in opinion because a lot of the Parliamentary Labour Party want to scrap the 2-child benefit cap. But the fact that this decision has been made is disappointing.
Labour has been clear that they are focused on child poverty and intend to take action, but they were also clear that lifting the cap was not part of their manifesto. Former MP Jonathan Ashworth, who is now the chief executive of Labour Together, says the penalty was justified.
The context we're in at the moment is 3 weeks or so since a general election when the first Labour King's speech was put forward, and to not defend the King's speech in the voting lobbies is why this decision has been taken.
Joe Biden made a long-awaited return to the media spotlight on Wednesday evening. He's been off screens for over a week after contracting COVID, and he hadn't made any public statements since his decision to step down from the presidential election campaign on Sunday. His abdication has seen Vice President Kamala Harris effectively become the nominee and spark new excitement amongst Democrats. Her campaign has raised almost $130 million from 1.4 million donors and seen a wave of voter registration and volunteers to join her campaign. Joe says he believed his record as president deserved a second term, but he understands the priority is beating Donald Trump, and so he's stepping aside.
Nothing can come in the way of saving our democracy. That includes personal ambition. So I've decided the best way forward is to pass the torch to a new generation. That's the best way to unite our nation.
Wednesday evening saw Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu address Congress. He's on a 3-day trip to the US, during which he's apparently due to meet Donald Trump at Mar-a-Lago and also meet with President Biden and separately Vice President Harris. His appearance in front of Congress at the invitation of Republican House Speaker Mike Johnson sparked controversy, and neither Biden nor Harris attended. There were large crowds of protesters outside, which saw Capitol Police using tear gas, but Netanyahu remained defiant as he spoke. He did thank Biden for his support. He compared the impact of the October 7th Hamas attack to 29/11s and dismissed the charges from the International Criminal Court. He also had harsh words for those protesting on behalf of Palestinians in Gaza.
Well, I have a message for these protesters. When the tyrants of Tehran, who hang gays from cranes and murder women for not covering their hair, are praising and promoting you, you have officially become Iran's useful idiots.
Still to come on today's Smart 7, Andy Murray hopes for Olympic glory and Prince Harry speaks out right after this.
Hey, I'm Ryan Reynolds. At Mint Mobile, we like to do the opposite of what Big Wireless does. They charge you a lot, we charge you a little. So naturally, when they announced they'd be raising their prices due to inflation, we decided to deflate our prices due to not hating you. That's right. We're cutting the price of Mint Unlimited from $30 a month to just $15 a month. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
$45 up front for 3 months plus taxes and fees. Promo rate for new customers for limited time. Unlimited more than 40 gigabytes per month. Slows full terms at mintmobile.com.
Welcome back.
Friday sees the Paris Olympics get underway, although it hasn't been a seamless run into the event, with protests and now a dancers' strike that could affect the opening ceremony. Andy Murray is due to represent Great Britain in tennis at the Games, although he's expecting not to play the singles, just the doubles. He's a 2-time gold medalist in singles, but has only won a silver in doubles and hopes to pick up gold with partner Dan Evans. He's also confirmed that this will be his last competitive tournament.
Physically, I think my body's ready to stop. Mentally, I'm ready to finish playing, and the Olympics is also really special to me. I've loved being part of this team over the last 4 or 5 Olympic Games, and yeah, I'm happy that I get to finish playing here.
Thursday night sees a new ITV documentary drop called Tabloids on Trial. It traces the phone hacking scandal that's been going on for at least 2 decades and features a number of high-profile celebrities who have settled cases with newspaper groups. The guest list includes Hugh Grant, Charlotte Church, Paul Gascoigne, and in his first major interview since he won a judgment against the Mirror Group in December, Prince Harry. He speaks about the impact tabloid snooping has had on his life, how it made him feel, and on the impact it also had on his mother, Princess Diana.
When you're vindicated, it proves that you weren't being paranoid. Same with my mother. There is evidence to suggest that she was being hacked in the mid-90s, and yet still today the tabloid press very much enjoy painting her as being paranoid, but she wasn't paranoid, and she's not around today to find out the truth.
Kevin Hart is a man of many talents, a stand-up comedian who sells out arenas, an actor, a producer, and the proud owner of the best contact book in Hollywood. He's putting almost all of those talents to use as he produces a brand new crime drama series for Peacock called Fight Night: The $1 Million Heist. It's based on a true crime podcast, and it's set in Atlanta in 1970 around the time of Muhammad Ali's comeback fight. It's got serious star power, including Samuel L. Jackson, Don Cheadle, and Terrence Howard, and it drops on September 5th.
I don't think you boys got any goddamn idea who you stealing from. This case taking on a life of its own. These men are killers.
Stealing from me? A man in my position can't have that. Don't nobody with Frank Hogan.
You've been listening to The Smart 7. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. Hit that follow button and have a great day. Give us 7 minutes and we'll give you the world.
If you want years of better sleep, then you have to upgrade your bedding during Boll & Branch's annual summer event. Right now, you can get Boll & Branch's best-selling, naturally cooling sheets with their best offer of the season. Feel the difference night after night of light and breathable sheets made with the highest quality materials. Shop the Boll & Branch annual summer event now for 20% off site-wide. Plus free shipping on your first set of sheets at bollandbranch.com with code BUTTERY. Limited time only. Exclusions apply. See site for details.